welcome to Crafting with Jane. We're back doing the journal. If you didn't see the last video, just go back and look at it because this is where we got to. So I just done this part where we were putting the pages in and just doing a little tuck spot. So I'm going to finish off doing this one. I need to do it this way. And the idea of this was to do a very simple journal, but as I was saying, when I first started doing journals, and bearing in mind I don't do a lot, but I found that the thing that I needed the most inspiration on was actually putting the pages in and some of the ideas and things with the pages. So I found that actually doing the basic journal was relatively easy because, you know, you don't need to do too much to do a simple junk journal. If you want to do a more complicated journal as well, you don't need to do too much to it. However, I did struggle in how to coordinate and get everything looking nice on the inside. And that was the bit that I found very difficult. Or I needed more inspiration to just tie things together. I found that mine looked quite disjointed. It didn't look as if it flowed. So what I thought I would try and show you on this one is literally sort of start to finish, which is why I said have a look at the other one, because that shows you the start process. But it's one of those things that, you know, you're talking about. It will take you a good few hours to do the whole thing. So the first video took almost an hour, and I thought, you know what, I need to just turn round and make sure that I haven't. This is not sticking very well, actually. I think I might put a little bit more glue on there. So I thought I would break it into two because I know that, you know, a lot of my subscribers follow me from start to finish, but over an hour is quite a long time to sit and watch. Although you can do it in different sittings, you know, you can watch one part and then make that part and then come back and do the second bit. So this is just going to be a tuck spot in each one, and I want to do something on here. So I've got all my little, what I call pretty pieces. So let's have a look at these and see what we're going to have that's going to work. So we could have something like that. That would work quite nicely, actually, and that will give me a second tuck spot. And then what are we going to have in on this side? Don't really want, do I want a brown one like that? That might actually work, mightn't it? Transportation, will that work there? Yeah, I think that will. Let's see if we've got anything else that we like better. These ones are stickers, so I don't really want to use that. That's quite nice. I'll have that as a little tuck in on there. And I might have that one as the little tuck piece in on there. That's going to go that way. I might have those out. Yes, I'm going to do that and that, because the thing is, you need to sort of make a decision fairly quickly. Otherwise, you can spend hours and hours just turning around and going, oh, do I do this? Do I do that? Now, I want to have this so it can be a little tuck spot in there as well. So I'm going to take it down on the bottom here. I am going to take it at the bottom because I only want it as a little tuck spot. So let's take that up there, and then that's going to come in like that. Let's make sure that I've got that stuck in nicely, and then I can do this one at the same time. So again, I just want to do it on the four sides like that, down on the bottom. Try and keep it as near to the edge as you can, because then that makes your tuck spot a little bit bigger. So this is a double tuck spot, which is quite fun. And again, it all sort of ties in. Just make sure that I've got that on there. Okay, so I can now put a little one like that on there. And I could have a quite like that. I could have a little one like that on there. Then in on here at the back, I can have, these are just sort of longer pieces, aren't they? They're a bit big, they are. I don't really want those. Let's have a look and see what we've got. These are these sort of strips, which I think are quite nice. So we can have one in there. We can have one in like that on there. So I just need to take the edges off of those. I could do these both together because they're just a little bit long. And what you put in, I'm not doing all of those because that really is, if it's a journal that you're giving to somebody, then what you'd probably do is to turn round and put all sorts of little exciting things for them that they like, so you can then personalize it. I'm literally just putting little pieces in that I think are quite nice. That I need to give another little bit of glue on there, don't I? And I'm going to put that one in there. So I'm just going to take, I don't know quite why, it doesn't really like gluing that little corner piece. It's maybe too close to the stitching, but I just want to just take that down and we'll give that a little bit of a glue. I think it's because it's too, might be just a little bit too near to there, but that's fine. I'm just going to turn it over. Okay, so that's given us those two pieces. I'm going to hold that down a bit actually because I think that's going to come out. Now I want to do something on these ones, but I want to do something fairly small. I think I don't want to do anything overly big on there. So I'm going to wait on that bit for a minute and I'm going to go over onto this side here. Now I've got this big piece of pink again, but I don't like that. It doesn't work. Works far better on a paler piece. So I think I might have, I'm going to have something like that on there. Maybe this one. That one I think will work better. That one will work better. So we're going to have this on here. Do I have, actually I quite like this. So what I might do is to have this coming down and have that as a slant pocket on here. So let's take, we know it's roughly 6 by 4. So if I take this, don't want it probably quite 6. Let's take it at, let's take it at 5, I think. That'll give us a strip for the bottom somewhere. Take that edge off because we don't want that. And that's it's got to be just under 4, hasn't it? So take it to about there. And that will give me another piece to go on the edge. Right, let's have a look and see. That's perfect. Okay, so what I want to do with this is to give myself, we'll take that from here onto the edge and give myself a tuck spot, which is, I want it to be quite, take it onto there. And I can take it to about that through to about just trying to take it through so I don't have it too, that'll do about like that I think. There we go, and that gives us 2. So I've got one that I can have like this, which I quite like, and then I can take this and I can take that so that comes in just to about, it is going to have to go the whole way, isn't it? Yeah. that's fine. That's fine. So we'll use this one, and we need to glue this in first. Like that, and we'll pop this one in on here. Take that fairly near the top, so that can go in like that. Then this one is going to come in like that. So we need to take these three sides, down on here, then up on there, and then that can go in like that. Make sure I haven't got it so it's that's fine, it's not over the page. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't taking it over the page. Says me, I think I probably glued it a bit too far along now. So let's just take that to there. And then I can put, I think I might have, let's put one of these ones in, shall we? Some of these are quite big. Haven't decided what I'm going to put at the front yet. Let's put that in like that. That'll do there. That can go in there to make sure that that's glued in okay. And then we're going to put this one in here, which is quite pretty. And this is where, as I said, you can see that my desk is quite messy because I've got lots of pieces in here. And that's how I tend to work with this sort of thing, because you want pieces in that you can go, oh, what about this? What about that? What about? And if you don't have it all sort of at hand, you see that's going to look quite nice there at the bottom, isn't it? With that little piece as a ticket. So I'm going to have that, or I could take it completely plain and have, that's quite nice because it's music, isn't it? Will that work? I think I'm going to have the ticket because I quite like that sort of pattern clash of those colours. So I'm going to put that in on here, and we'll have this like this. Can go in on this one like that, and then we can put some little bits and bobs in on there. Now I could put, not quite enamored with that as much, so we've got this one that we've put some pieces in here. Well, I've just put one piece, haven't I? This little ticket in here, I think I'm going to put, what other little pieces have I got? That's quite nice. I'm not sure. I want to have a little look to see what I'm going to keep a piece to go in on the front because I don't want anything, I don't want to use up all of these pieces and then find I haven't got anything to go in on the front. So I've got, how many have I got of these? I've got a couple of these. So I'm going to have these, I think, because they're my sort of playing cards. And again, great idea to do an album just with a pack of playing cards and just decorate all of those and put them in. So many ideas, so many ideas. Now, I've been carrying this one about. I think that that might just work there. And then all I need to do is to put a very simple little piece like this in behind. Yes, so I'm going to take this and cut this down a bit. So we'll cut this into, let's just get it down to like 5, that'll do. I don't want it too big. And you see, these little pieces are great for just adding. So it does help if I have the words the right way up. And then we can put that one in there. That works nicely, doesn't it? So I'm doing my big sheets first. So we've only got a couple more to do, haven't we? So let's have a look and see what we're going to do on here. I can put that in on there. I can put, have we got any more big ones? I've got that one that can go in on there, or maybe the other way round. That's quite nice on there. That can go in on there. Now I did cut this that way, so that can go in on that one. This one we can have, I could just have a little, that's going to be quite nice, isn't it? Let's have that as a tuck spot on there. So I'm just going to take that out. I've actually got this as well, haven't I? That's, yeah, that's, we're going to work with this, I think. So this is going to come in on here. And I hope then, once we've got everything done, when we have a look through it, you'll be able to see that you've got lots of, it should all tie together, and you should have quite a lot of inspiration in on there. So I'm going to take these pieces first. So let's have a look at, and then, as I say, it, for me, I fill them with lots of different bits of ephemera, and then I will normally gift them, because they're the sort of thing that, you know, you don't need more than one, really. It's a bit like notebooks, isn't it? You know, you can have lots of notebooks, but you don't really need more than one. So I'm going to have this piece on here, I think. Did I want it on there? I did, because that will work quite nicely. So let's just take that to there. And this was the piece I cut off from the other. So you can get two triangular ones. And it just, they're all just a little bit different. Hoping I'm going to have enough glue in here, because I've used quite a lot, but I think I should be all right. Right, put that in on here, like that. And then on this one, I wanted to do not a very big, because I quite like that look of that. I could have a little one like that on there with the butterfly on there. That's quite nice, isn't it? I do need to ink that side, because that's already got ink on it. It's not supposed to have ink on it, but it's the actual print of it had the ink, so I need to make sure that the other side has got enough on there, because otherwise it just won't look very, very good. So I'm just gonna put that in on there, and then that will work there. That's fine, doesn't need to be exactly the same. And then that one can just go in on the bottom, which is good. So let's have this. I need to have something on my back, so we've got that, and we've got the front cover. And the front cover, I think, is going to be relatively easy, because what I like to do with the front is to tie everything that's inside with what's in on the front. So that can go in there like that. These are quite difficult bits to glue, because they're right round on the corner, and sometimes I need to just glue them back in again, because this is a little bit thicker, but hopefully it might just stick. I don't think it will, actually. Okay, so in here I can just tuck quite quickly. What did I have in my front cover before I just have a look and see? Oh, I had that, didn't I? Okay. I've got this one. I think I'm going to do that there before I go on to the other pieces. So I've got quite a few, little bits of what I call ephemera bits in there. But what I wanted to do was, you see this little piece here, I'm just going to put that in on the bottom. Now I could have it on that side or I could have it on that side. I might have it on that side actually, because I'm going to take that just to there. And all I'm going to do on here is to just glue the bottom bit. So what I tend to do is when it's quite small, I do both edges and then just take it along the bottom, because it's going to be a tiny weeny little one on here. And then all I want to do is just put it so it comes like that. And then I've got room to put, don't want that one, do we? That one can go in there. And then we can have, that will go, that's like a little ticket, can just go in there. This in here, I've got quite a lot of bigger pieces. Now these are just little pieces like this, which might work quite nicely. So we can have one like that. I can have a little piece like that that can go in there. I can put that in like that. Can you see how you start sort of building it up? I'm going to have to glue that bit again, but that's fine for now. So I've just got my, oh, we've got 3 of these to do, haven't we? So let's have a look and see what I've got left. I've got quite a lot of strip pieces. So rather than cutting anything else out, let's see what I've got. What about this one? That's a big one, isn't it? I quite like that. Shall we do one there? So this is going to be, to cut this down at 3.5. 3.5 by just under 6. So I think that should be, no, it needs to be 5 1/4. Is that better? Just. I might actually take it down by another 1/4. I think I did it at 5.5, didn't I? I'll take it to 5.5 because it's easier that way. So we can have that can go straight in like that, or I can have those at the back like that, those 2. I've got this one here, so if I have this here and put something on the inside and have that as a tuck spot with the other piece inside, I think that will work. Let's take both of these then, and we can see, I just want to take that down to 5.5, like that. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to have that there with that on the inside. So that's my, is that bigger than that? Oh, they're both the same sort of size, aren't they? It's going to be quite a big tuck spot. I might have to take that down a bit, and I might do it the other way. So let's look at that. And that way. That's better actually, isn't it? Then we need that there and we need that there, so it's not exactly the same. So this I'm going to cut down a bit because I don't want it quite that wide. I could have, I've got a blue bit here, haven't I? Haven't used anything else with blue. Would that work? To save cutting anything down and to see how it would go. No. We want to keep it with what we've got. So this I need to take down to, what are we doing on here? That's, let's take it to 1.5, or maybe to 1 3/4. want it too small, do I? Is that better? That's better. Okay, so these are going to be very quick and easy ones. So that needs to come down first. And then we can get this in on here. And this is the thing as well, when you've finished, you can fill your journal with all of the little bits and pieces that are over, which is quite nice. So this is going to be, make sure I've got it the right way, the right way up. That's going to come down there. Okay. Then this is just going to be my little band. So that's going to come down on here. Down like this. And then that can just go in like that. Okay, so I've got that there, and that there. So that's that one. This has got to go in on the centre. Now, I don't know whether I'm actually going to put anything on this one, because these are the bits that are going to wrap over. And to be quite honest, I don't think I want to have too much on there, because if I do, it's probably not going to wrap over as much as I'd like. So it's one of those things, do you put a lot on there or not? Difficult to tell. So I'm just going to add this to here like that. Okay, so that goes to there. This I need to put some little bits and bobs in on here. So let's have a look and see what I've got. That'll work there. I haven't done anything on here because this is going to come in like that, and then that's going to come in that way. So what I need to do is I need to do the cover, and I need to do something on here. Now again on here, so I'm just making sure that it's going to sort of bend round a little bit, because this is filled up quite a bit, and then that can just come round there. So it's a matter of just sort of folding it so it goes into the right place. That's fine, that's fine. I've got lots of bits and bobs in here which are good. I don't want anything on that back piece, because as you can see, that's got to be folded over. So I want something on here, and I want something on the front cover. So let's do the front cover first of all. And I put a piece to one side, didn't I? Because I was going to use that inside, and I bet I've lost it. Has it gone down on here at all? There was one little bit that had creativity on it that I thought, oh, I really like that. And I was going to put it to one side, wasn't I? Have I put it? Not very good when I try and put things to one side, am I? Now this opens up, but that's fine because we're going to be putting the ribbon round it. So let me try and see if I can find this. The great use of life is to spend it on something that will outlast it. No, I don't like that. Let me have a look and see what I've got in on here. Now I quite like that, but I think it's too big. Time will never stand still, and those moments that bring us such joy become memories in an instant. I did like that, but it's not the one that I was looking for. And I have no idea what I've done with it. I thought I probably put it inside the journal. Let me have a look. No, I haven't. There we are. I'm creative. You can't expect me to be neat too. I like that one. I quite like this one, which is, it's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. I think that's nice. What's this one? To draw, you must close your eyes and sing. I like that as well. And then what's this one? The possible slow fuses lit by the imagination. That's quite nice as well. I do quite like that, and I think I'm going to have that one on there. So to do my front cover, what I tend to do is to try and take some of the pieces that we've got that we've had in here. So for example, I've got a piece like this, haven't I? I want something that's a bit paler. So let me have a look and see. That really should be that way around, shouldn't it? I think I'm getting a bit low on my little bits of scrappiness that I've got left over. I've got some of that. Is that nicer? Then that was quite nice though, wasn't it? These pieces like this will work. So let's take, I'm going to cut this down. Just to there, so I don't want that in there. Okay, so I think I've used most of this. So let's have a look and see. I've got that, we had pink, didn't we? So we can have a little bit of pink. I'm just going to put these pieces up here because they're too big, and I'm just going to see what else I've got that's left over. That's quite nice. That can go on the outside, can't it? So we can have this and this and this like that. That's quite nice with the pink. I quite like that as well, actually. Let's put this in like that across there. And then put this across on there. The possible, that's probably a better one like that, but I do like that. We need something that's that sort of size, don't we? So let's do, and I quite like that on here. So I like that on there and that on there. That works nicely. I like this to come in like that. Need to be trimmed down a little bit. And I quite like that to come in that way, like that. And then what was this? We were going to take this into just a little smaller piece, weren't we? Oh, I've got a piece like this actually. That might work as well. Okay, that I think is going to work like that. Can you see how I don't want to overly do things? So what I want to do is, let's take these pieces down first. And I'm going to take some glue on here. In fact, I might do it with, I'm going to do it with this glue actually, because it might, this is quite thick to do, so I'm just doing this first. So we'll have a piece like that there. Okay, then we've got this one, which is the pale pinky one. Like this. Now I need to take that down just a bit because that's too long. So I'm going to take it and just cut it there. Because I quite like the stitching around the edge of this because it makes it look quite nice. So let's take that off to there. What was the other piece? There was another, this piece, which is fine, which is quite small. And that can go in like that. Okay, then we've got this, and I'm just going to take it down a tad, just a little tiny bit, because I don't want it to cover that little stitched piece. So I only want a little piece off. And I'm going to take that down a little bit as well, I think. So that's going to go across like that. That's perfect now. Let's take this on here. I'll take this on here. So that's going to go, make sure my writing's the right way up. Like that. Then I've got the words. So I quite like that, but I'm going to cut it down a bit, I think, because I like the eyes on this. So I'm just going to take it down to the frame part. Just take this down. I think that's probably about right, isn't it? That can go. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. Okay, so let's put this on here. Now you can always add lace and bits and bobs like that. I'm not a real lacy person, actually. I tend to just like to keep it fairly simple. And you can see I've used literally just these little scraps and things like that. So that's going to go in like that. Okay, so that's the cover like that. Now I need to put something on here. And again, I don't want to have anything overly too busy on here. I quite like that, you know. What I could do is to just put it that way. And so you read it the other way round. I'm going to put that on there. I need to just trim that off a bit, actually. Let me do it with the trimmer. And that's what I said, you know, use the little bits and pieces that you've got. And these are just all sorts of bits that I've had for a long time. There we go. That's better, isn't it? That's sort of straighter. What is it? Time will never stand still, and those moments that bring us such joy become memories in an instant. I think that's quite nice. So I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to glue it straight down because I don't think I need any tuck spots or anything in there because it'll make it too bulky. So I'm literally just going to, and let's do it with this. Because this is quite good tape runner, actually. It sticks pretty well. So we're going to have this way. And that can just go in on there, because then I've got all of that lovely stitching around the side anyway. So that can then go in there. Now all I need to do is, bear with me 1 second, because I'm just going to get some of this sari ribbon so you can see it. Okay, this is the sari ribbon. Now I've got this from, as I say, from the Oxfam shop. And you've got all sorts of colours and things in here. So obviously I want something that's going to be a bit blue. So I'm just going to unwrap. You can see I've taken bits off as I use them, so I can have them for pinks and purples. And there's a lovely blue down here. I think, is that blue going to work? Yes. Okay, so all I do is, I'm just going to cut that off there. And then take all of this blue one. It's quite a nice vibrant blue. And they're literally just pieces. So they're sewn from one side to the other. And as I say, if you have an Oxfam shop near you, if you're in the UK, I don't know about being anywhere else, but this is perfect. And then all you do is to put it round like this, up to the top, and then I just fold it round this way, one up there, one up the other side, and then just do a bow. And that's why I said you don't want too much on the front cover, because the bow is going to come and get in the way, as it were. That's really rather nice, isn't it? So there you go, you've got it like that. So if I then turn round and just open this up, we can then have a quick look through and also add any pieces that we might have left. So that's our front cover. I like it quite plain. I don't want it to be overly fussy. So we then open it up, and again, I like that as well. I think that's just, it's pretty and it doesn't add too much. You don't want anything on these ones because of the way it wraps over. So we've got little pieces in here. I've got another piece like this that I could put in here, like that, and I can have a piece that's big enough like this to go in. I just need to take that off a bit, don't I? I'm going to take something like that actually, because I like these sorts of little pieces. So we'll put that in there. So we've got lots in on there, little tiny pieces to go in there on that little tuck spot. Then we've got those pieces in here, some journaling sheets in there. I can put another one in like that, can't I? I'm just going to cut this off actually. Don't even mind if it's going to come a little bit just where those words are. Put that one in like that. That can go in behind. So we can have that like that. Then we'll open this one up, and we've got little pieces in here, little pieces in there. We've got this one that comes out at the side, so I can put some other little pieces in like that. That's quite pretty. So I could put that in, couldn't I? Just a little journaling piece like that. This, I can put this in on here because that's just a little white piece to journal on. I've got a piece in on here. What have we got on here? I can put this in. That's quite nice. It's my little playing card. That can just tuck in behind. So you can see how you can build it up with little bits and pieces. That's quite nice. I've got a big one here, little one on there. Little piece like that maybe. That would work. I haven't done these two in the centre. I'll do something with them at some time, but at the moment I don't need to. There we are. There's another piece of sort of half music that can come in. There's another playing card. I could put the playing card in on there. That would work. Take this in. I've got little pieces up there. I've got a little piece there. What else have we got? That's a nice little one. We could put a little piece in like that. Put my ticket thing in front. What have we got in on here? That's something from the other way. I could put that in on there, maybe not. Maybe put it in on this one. And I haven't done that side either. That can go in there like that. So you can see how you can fill it up and fill it up. That I need to glue this down again. It hasn't, because it was quite thick, it just didn't want to glue on there. So I'm going to, let's take this off and glue it again, because that really didn't like that glue, did it? So let's give us a heavier bit of glue on here. It's because it was right in on that corner. So, and I don't want it to, it's better on there. Let's see if that will work. Take those bits out, put that in there. And as I say, you know, once your journal has had a chance to sort of dry overnight, go back in again and check your pieces. But you see, I had quite a lot in there, and obviously just a little bit too much because it kept popping open. So I'm not going to put too much in there now. I'm going to leave that piece out. But you can see, you know, you fold it over. This piece comes in here because I wanted it to fold like a book. And then, as I say, we've got this to come round on here. And I think that we've made quite a fun journal. Yes, it's taken a couple of hours. So, you know, first video was about an hour. Second video, just under an hour. And I'd made the basic frame work of the journal. So yeah, you know, it's going to take you a couple of hours, but it's not one that's going to take you days and days and days and days. So have a go at it, see how you get on, give me some feedback in the comments if you like doing things like this, and I'm more than happy to, you know, for you to come on my journey while I'm doing other bits like this. That hasn't come out very well, has it? You know, see how we get on in doing some journals and folios and things like that. And if you enjoy it, just let me know. Comments are always appreciated. They really are. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.